The first week of Elizabeth Diane Downs' murder trial was taken up in jury selection. The prosecution and defense went through several dozen people looking for an impartial jury to judge Downs' guilt or innocence. In the second week, Downs' own daughter testified against her. Christy Downs was asked by prosecutor Fred Hughey, "Do you know who shot Cheryl?" Christy said quietly, "Yes." The prosecutor struggled to keep his own composure. "Who?" The young girl sobbed, "My mom." Hughey asked, "How do you know that, Christy?" She said, sobbing, "I watched." The next day, her psychologist shocked the courtroom by opening 2 sealed envelopes with messages from Christy inside. Christy was asked to write who shot Cheryl and the family during 2 sessions on December 19th and January 2nd this year. The envelopes were opened for the first time in court, revealing the name of Christy's assailant, her mother, Elizabeth Diane Downs. During the third week, a state criminalist explained to the jury how bullet casings found at the crime scene and in Downs' bedroom matched. Jim Peck said the firing of a gun makes unique one-of-a-kind marks on bullets. He concluded that all the bullets had been in the same gun at one time, a .22 caliber semi-automatic Ruger, the murder weapon that's never been found. Peck also analyzed blood on Downs' car door and rock panel and found that Cheryl Downs had been shot once outside the car. In the same week, the jury saw a videotaped reenactment of the crime from Downs' point of view. The tape was done 4 days after her daughter was murdered. Then the courtroom was stunned by Downs' reaction to a rock and roll song her daughter claims was playing while she was shot. Downs moved to the beat and mouthed the words to the song, "Hungry Like a Wolf." Finally, the jury got its first glimpse of the man the state says Downs shot her children for. Robert Knickerbocker testified he saw Downs' .22 caliber semi-automatic Ruger in the trunk of her Datsun the night before she left for Arizona. 24 tape-recorded conversations were part of the fourth week in the Downs trial. Downs' former lover began taping their telephone conversations because he said, "I was afraid if Diane could shoot these children, the next obstacle in the way would be my wife." Different stories emerged from Downs on tape about who shot her and how the children were shot. In the fifth week, Downs took the stand in her own defense. A tortured past was unraveled for the jury. Downs said haunting dreams caused her to fabricate the stories she told police and her former boyfriend. Downs admitted to trying to commit suicide at puberty and scratching her face in frustration after her father sexually abused her when she was 12. Downs divulged that she had been harsh with her own 2 daughters as a result of frustration. She read a gripping report she wrote on child abuse that read, "Adults who were abused children cannot make their parents scream and cry, but they can make their children scream and cry." But she told the prosecutor, "You see, Mr. Hughey, I stopped the cycle of child abuse." Hughey interjected, "How, by eliminating a whole generation?" Then 4 witnesses took the stand and claimed to have seen a stranger who matched Downs' description of the man who shot the family. But each account varied slightly in age, height, and weight. And Downs' mother, Willadine Fredrickson, testified that she helped Diane pack her car to move to Oregon and did not see a .22 caliber Ruger in Downs' trunk. Fredrickson also said her daughter was hysterical the night of the shooting. Downs told her mother in the emergency room, "Mom, I can't live without my kids." Finally, a private forensic expert testified for the defense that blood on the outside of Downs' car may have come from a bloody postal sweater draped over Cheryl Downs. But he could not explain the blood spatters on the car door consistent with the defense's scenario.